last minute summertime barbecue. We just decided we're having a barbecue today. So now we are going to be making a chocolate fudgy cake. And it's simple, but it does take a few minutes to do. So the first thing we are going to do is put in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Does not need to be sifted. And 2 cups of granulated sugar. That's like an awful lot of sugar. Did I do it wrong? Let's see. I might have to remember this. There's one. Nope, I did it right. Just looked like an awful lot of sugar, but that's okay. So we're going to just kind of mix this around a little bit, kind of stir it around. And now we're going to get out a saucepan, and we're going to do the other mixture that we're going to add to this flour and sugar on the stove. This is simple. This is so worth it. It is one of the best cakes I've ever made. I have to say it is a little time consuming right at the beginning, but it is so delicious and moist. So let's get out the other ingredients. Let's go to the stove. We are at the stove. We're going to add 2 sticks of butter to our saucepan, 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and 1 cup of just plain water. So now we're just going to be whisking this and combining it really good and bring it to a quick boil. And then we're going to pour it over our flour mixture. I saw this little whisk, I don't know if you can see it very good, on Collard Valley Cooks. I just love her. And maybe I made this cake just so I could use a little whisk. Now that my mixture is coming to a boil, I am going to add in 1 tablespoon of instant coffee. I'm using decaf because I have grandbabies and I don't want them to have any caffeine. All this sugar in this cake, oh my goodness. They're just going to get a little bit, but we don't want sugar and caffeine. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon. Okay, I'll let this boil for about 1 minute. And now I'm going to gently, I'm going to make a little well. I'm going to start pouring this in to my flour and sugar mixture. That coffee makes it smell so good. Melts that sugar. Oh, I'm excited for you guys to taste this cake. I'm excited to taste this cake. We're needing a little bit of joy around here. We've had just some sad things going on, you know, that's the way life is sometimes. And we're going to use this barbecue to just laugh a little bit. Now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients to this mixture. We're going to go ahead and add in our buttermilk first. That was 2 cups of buttermilk. Now we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not powder, soda. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract right into our bowl. Now we're going to give this a good stir. Now we're going to add in 2 beaten eggs. bit. We don't want to put them in there whole. Make sure they're good and mixed up, because this is the last thing that we have to put inside of this cake, and then we're going to pop it into a 350-degree oven. I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees. Didn't forget today. What's your favorite food to have at a barbecue? Comment below and let me know what your favorite food is to have at a summertime barbecue. And the reason that I put the eggs in last is because I want my mixture to make sure it's cool. We don't want scrambled eggs in our cake batter. And we are going to just scrape down the sides, make sure we have everything incorporated really good. And we're going to be using a 9 by 13 cake pan for this. And I'm going to use parchment paper, because I honestly don't want to be in here cleaning all day. I'm going to use paper plates today. And I had all this stuff, and this was just a last minute decision. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to really spend the time on my sides today. I just wanted to be in my kitchen cooking. It just brings some release. Sometimes being in my kitchen baking and cooking and prepping just gives me a peace. I don't understand it, but there are times that happens. Sometimes it's chaos, but today this is just peace. And I hope you feel the same way. Okay, now let's get out our cake pan. Yeah, I got up this morning, I said, we're having a barbecue. We just need a little bit of laughter around here. I have my 9 by 13 cake pan. The last cake I made in here did not turn out too good. So, I don't know, it was just too brown on the bottom. But usually I do all my cakes in round pans. But I'm going to try it again, because I just think a barbecue, you need a sheet pan. So I'm going to spray a little bit of pan. I like pan. Okay, I'm going to spray a little bit of that, and then I'm just going to lay my parchment paper down. And we're going to pour and get this into the oven. Look at that batter, that's beautiful. And it smells. You don't really taste the coffee, but it just brings out the flavor of your chocolate. I think I saw that on Barefoot Contessa years and years ago, and she's right, you know. She's right. So we have our cake, got in the parchment paper. One last thing I have to clean. And I'm gonna get this into that 350-degree oven. Guess what, y'all? Now we got to make the icing. Okay, so that cake will be in the oven for 30 minutes. My little chocolate fudgy cake, 30 minutes. Now we have to make the best part of the cake, and that's the icing. And we're gonna cook it on the stove, and when it comes out, we're gonna pour that hot icing all over that cake. Oh my goodness. You think I've been in here cooking, or people are gonna think I planned this barbecue days and days ago instead of last minute. Simple ingredients that I had on hand. So now we are going to be making our icing, and it's on the stove. So it's gonna be good. I'm gonna start letting that melt. 4 tablespoons of milk. 4 tablespoons of cocoa. I'm gonna start stirring that around. That butter's gonna be melting. We are going to be putting vanilla in our icing. But what I did is I put a half a tablespoon of instant coffee in my vanilla, and because it's not going in the pot, we're going to take it off the heat and pour that in. But that's what I did. I want that chocolate brought out even in my icing. I'm going to take this off the heat and just keep stirring it. Then we're going to start adding in our powdered sugar. Start just a little bit. This is 2 cups of powdered sugar. Now we're going to add in our vanilla and coffee. Now this next item is just an option. I am putting in 1 cup of chopped walnuts. I have pecans, but I still haven't shelled them yet. I know, I'm ashamed. If my mom is watching this, she's going to be saying, you need to shell them pecans. If you're not going to shell them, bring them over here and I'll do it. But I am going to get to them because I need to get them in my freezer. So anyway, I have 1 cup of nuts, and we are going to add it into our icing. And then when that cake comes out, we're going to pour it all over that cake, and that cake's going to be done. I'm excited. And now, while I wait for that cake, I'm going to clean up. Fudgy icing looks like a candy bar. Eat that whole pot. I'm telling you, that cake better hurry up, or it might not have no icing on it. That stuff is good, y'all. This cake is very hot. It came out of the oven, and it is looking so good. Oh, it's done. Exactly 30 minutes is perfect. Now I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take up this parchment paper. I'm going to take it right out of this pan and set it right here on my cutting board. Look at that clean pan. Okay, I put my cake on like a little cooling rack. Leave it right on the parchment paper, and I'm going to frost it. And then I'm going to cut it up into little bars and serve it. Icing is still warm. It's like a candy bar, y'all. It's like putting a candy bar on a big old cake. Just going to take it and kind of smooth it out. Still, the cake's warm, and that's what you want. But you don't want to press too hard. You don't want your cake sinking or you to mess it up. So you just kind of spread it out softly, gently. You spread it out gently. Yeah, butter knife works better. I'm just going to push it out to the edges because it's going to set up. Does not have to go. I'm not going to put it on the sides unless it just drizzles down there a little bit. But my goal is to just get it on top of the cake because it is a sheet cake. And I could have left it in the pan, but I didn't want to. And I'm gonna, because we're gonna eat this so fast, and I'm just gonna put it on a big wooden cutting board with the parchment paper, and I think it'll look good. Oh, yeah. And I'm I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to lick the spoon because it's like candy, y'all. It's like candy. This is my chocolate fudgy cake. Summertime barbecue. Simple, easy, and I like it to cool on the cooling rack, even on the parchment paper. I think it's gonna be pretty, and we'll put it on a cutting board, and then we're gonna slice it up. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. So anyway, simple, easy, delicious. You guys, hit the subscribe button, the like button, comment below what your favorite barbecue side dish is, if it's dessert or if it's the main course, whatever it is about your summertime barbecue. So anyway, you guys go, have a wonderful, wonderful day.